Hi, before you become a healthcare practitioner in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, you are required to do what we call professional classification for you to be able to be classified and ranked under your profession. It's either you are ranked as a technician, a specialist, a senior specialist, a consultant. So the professional classification evaluates your credentials and your experience, then approved your ranking, and also they give you a path to follow. It's either they exempt you from writing an exam or they give you a path to write your exam for you to be able to obtain your license. So there are many things that can result during this application, many mistakes, and in this video I want to discuss about these mistakes. Whenever you do your professional classification, there are three responses you might get after your evaluation. One is either the evaluation is completed, which is successful, or it is rejected, which is not successful, or your evaluation is returned. Now, if it's completed, it means your qualification and your experience merits the rank you chose. If it's returned, it means there are some things they need to clarify. Then they had to return your application for you to correct some of those things and send the application back. Then the last one is rejection. Rejection is a case where your qualification is actually not sufficient or did not meet the standard of what the rank is all about. Or you made a severe mistake that they do not think returning the application will correct it. So they wanted you to do everything from the beginning. Rejected, returned, or completed. So these are the three response or three feedback you might get once you do your professional classification. Now, what are the things that can result or that can make your application to be rejected or returned? I've treated the one of rejected, and it's almost the same thing. But the main two difference between the rejected and return is that in rejected, most of the time is usually because of course insufficiency, or you made a terrible mistake, or your credentials you submitted is different from what you are claiming to be. This can cause rejection. In the case of rejection, most times is because of insufficiency. Your course study is not evaluated to be at the specialist rank or at the rank you want it to be. So in that case, they might actually reject it. Then, or you do not have the requisite experience for that particular specialty or that rank you chose. For returned applications, your degree and your experience might meet the rank after evaluation, but there are mistakes maybe in your name or in the experience letter you submitted, or they just want you to clarify some things. Then they have to return the application for you to correct that information or bring more proof, then return and send it back to them for them to finalize the evaluation. Then for the rejection, you do not have chance for correction. It is an absolute rejection. So anything you need to do, you have to resubmit a new application. There are mistakes that can result to rejection or return. The same type of mistake can make your classification application to be returned or rejected. But the major difference between the both is for the returned, your qualification might be able to meet the rank of your classification. Why? In the rejected one, most times your qualification do not meet the rank evaluation. That means your subject course is not sufficient for that ranking. So most times this is the major difference. All other things like missing information, missing documents, and all those things can happen between the two. Now, how do you correct mistakes? Before you could be able to correct any mistake during your professional classification application, now it depends on the stage you are. There are also three stages in this application. One is the stage one before you submit the application. The second stage is after you've submitted the application and the application is under process or under evaluation. Now, the third stage is after the application has been evaluated and completed. So each of these stages have a way you can actually respond to any mistake or error you find out in your application. So for the stage one, when your application is yet to be submitted, you can easily go to your Mumaris Plus dashboard and do the edit and correct your information before you proceed. For the second stage, which is after submission, what you have to do is to quickly go to your Mumaris Plus dashboard and check the status of your application, if your application is still under process or under evaluation at that moment. So any stage you see there, open a ticket immediately to inform them about this mistake. So once you do this on time, your application might be able to return instead of rejected. So immediately you discover that you made any kind of mistake before your application is completed, write to them immediately. How do you do that? You go to the Tawazo section, what I'm showing on the screen, go there and open a ticket immediately, a support ticket, and explain what the situation is. Attach your supporting documents and they will return your application for you to make the correction and send it back. If you fail at this stage, then the last stage might be for them to reject the application, or they will approve the application with the mistake or the error in your application, which might affect you later. For you to be able to avoid some of those errors, you might just write them before they complete the evaluation. Now, the last stage is when the application has been completed. So maybe the application has been completed and they returned it, or they rejected it, or they completed it with the wrong information and the wrong background. So the thing you have to still do is for you to go back to the Mumaris Plus dashboard, go to the menu bar, then go to that Tawazo, open a ticket again, tell them what you want to do, then describe the situation and the error, make it brief and clear, then attach your supporting documents for them to be able to correct any mistake. You must be clear and you must bring an attachment to prove what you are trying to say and make them understand the error that has happened. Okay, with that, they will be able to respond to you and correct any mistake. All right, I hope this video helps. You can watch the screen and see how it works. Now, depending on what you discovered was your problem, so anything that you discover, let's say you made a mistake on your name, okay, or date of death. Let's say you discover that you submitted something that wasn't the actual thing you're supposed to submit. So what you have to do is to go to this Tawazo, click the contact us. So you have to open a ticket immediately to inform them about this. So what you have to do is to put the subject. The subject is the topic you want to discuss. Let's say classification. You can say classification correction. So under the classification correction, the order number, I think there is an order number they will give to you once you submit. You can put the order number here. Then under classification and registration, then request. So you can find something. So I think this should fall under here. So no, just select something. Just select something that describes the challenge you are facing. Then here they will give you. So at this description, you will have an opportunity to put down or to describe what your problem is. If you can't construct it, you can ask ChatGPT to help you and construct it. Then you can now humanize it, then make it to be yours. So, but write down everything on a clear terms. Make sure you do not complicate anything. Specify or clearly state the problem, what you are facing or what you want to correct. Let's say it's your name. You can tell them that you made a mistake in your name. It's supposed to be you at the end, but you used E. So you want to submit the real document that has your real name. So what you have to do is to describe the problem here, make sure that you are on point, then attach any document that will clearly also help them to identify or um, kind of a matching document that will prove what you are saying. Let's say if it's a name correction, so you can now submit maybe your identity document, let's say your international passport, a photo page. You can upload it there so that when they use it, they can use it to confirm. So if it's something that has to do with your degree, you upload your degree certificate, they can use that to confirm. So if it's work experience, so anything it is, you must have a backup attachment to it for them to be able to confirm using that. So this is where you can upload those documents. Okay, so once you do that, you continue and submit. So this is for the second stage after you've submitted. Okay, now this second stage is almost the same with the last stage after the completion of the application. Let's say when you've received the feedback, whether rejected or returned or approved or completed. So these are the three feedbacks you can get whenever you do your classification. It's either rejected, returned, or completed. So let's say you got rejected and you wanted to know why it was rejected. You can still use this same procedure here. Come to this Tawazu to open a ticket, and anything you think might be the cause of the rejection, put down your request, then write it. Describe what you felt made you to be rejected, then attach, do the attachment, put an attachment to support your request, then you can submit. So within 1 to 2 weeks, just 5 to 10 days, but I usually say 1 to 2 weeks, they will respond to you. So, but sometimes it can differ. So that is it. So the stage 1 and stage 2 are usually the same. So, but depending on what you got. So stage 2, you can still correct a lot of things maybe before they give you your final classification. So, but stage 1 and stage 3, it might be more difficult because they've actually finished your evaluation. So this is what I want to discuss in this video. So I believe that this will help you. So at any stage you are, make sure that you use this option, because some people sometimes they don't know what to do. These are made for you to actually ask them for their feedback so that you know the direction you are taking and you will know why you are making mistake, why you got rejected. Although if you get rejected, you will know. If your document is returned, you will know because they will send you a message why it is returned and why it is rejected. So if it's completed, you also know. So on my next video, I will explain why I will explain the reason why your professional classification can be rejected, and I will also explain why it can be returned. Okay, so completion, you do not have any problem if it's completed. So, but these two problems, rejected and returned, I will explain the reason and the causes of that. So whenever you are whenever you are writing the description of your problem or the complaint, make sure you are straight to the point and you explain the thing clearly and correctly. Because English is not the first language of some of the assessors, but although they understand English very well, but you have to be clear, okay? Because sometimes you might want to say something, you might not communicate it the way the assessor will understand. So you must be very clear, okay? Right, for good.